welcome back to my channel. Today I want to share with you my deodorant recipe. I found it on internet 2 years ago and I'm using this ever since, along with my crystal, like an alum salt crystal deodorant. So I'm combining depending on the weather. So for this recipe you only need 4 ingredients. Essential oils are optional. If you're not allergic, you can use them, so it will be 5 ingredients. You need double boiler, or because I don't have it, use what you've got. I'm using just a normal pot and I will put a little bowl inside my pot where the water will be boiling. So I'm placing I'm starting to boil my water and I'm placing bowl inside. And now for this recipe you will need 1 tablespoon of shea butter. And with shea butter, this is organic raw. Shea butter is always coming in plastic. I haven't seen one that it's not coming in plastic. Either tubes, if you want to buy in bulk, then it's probably cheaper, and also less packaging. If you buy one big package, then you will avoid smaller but more of them. So it's always coming in plastic or plastic pouches, but still plastic. It's very greasy, so I don't see it even like a point of sending it in paper. It will be all greasy. So it has to be in plastic or maybe glass, but I haven't seen ever. So you need a shea butter, you need bicarbonate of soda, 1 tablespoon as well. And bicarb soda, you can buy it either loose from zero waste shop, you can buy it in paper or plastic. This has to be food grade, not cleaning grade. So it's very fine and good quality bicarbonate of soda, like for baking, but not for cleaning. Coconut oil, it's coming always in glass, and I'm using raw organic. And also 1 tablespoon, and arrowroot powder, 2 tablespoons of that. And you can use corn flour or maybe a cornstarch or potato starch instead. If you don't have arrowroot powder, I used, I think, twice potato starch and it was working just as fine. I just find arrowroot powder more powdery, so it's kind of like a better quality for deodorant, but it's the same with potato starch, I guess. I just like using arrowroot powder, and my first recipe 2 years ago was with arrowroot powder, and I found that recipe the best. I was using potato starch and corn starch, but arrowroot powder was working the best for me. So 2 tablespoons of this. And arrowroot powder is coming in plastic, either a little kind of like a container plastic bottle, tube, or you can buy it in plastic pouch. You don't have choice, just do what you can and don't worry about that if you will be having your own recipe. And then your essential oils, they are optional. I'm not allergic, so usually I'm going between something I really like maybe citrus smell, or you can go for lavender or tea tree, because tea tree oil has antimicrobial properties. So I will start now because my water is nearly boiling. Just the smell of shea butter. So 1 tablespoon of shea butter. I should actually start with bicarb. 1 tablespoon of coconut oil. Now I have to take a clean spoon because I didn't talk it through. 1 tablespoon of bicarb soda. and 2 tablespoons of arrowroot powder, as I was saying. And with this recipe, you don't have to be very precise, as with all my recipes. You just, if you put too much of one ingredient, it should still work. And then you mix all your ingredients together in that boil. And shea butter has very specific smell, so don't worry if you feel that it smells funny. It's already melted, and it's mixed well. I will show you in a second. And I think I will go with lavender oil this time, and I will just use 5 drops. It's completely liquid at this stage. Let me show you. So now you can straight away pour it into your container. I'm reusing containers in my house. You probably seen this one when I was doing coffee scrub, so I can use that. Or if you saved at some point your from your past, maybe a plastic tube from, or maybe paper tube from your deodorant, then you can use the same tube again. So I have deodorant tube from my mom. She kept it for me because she knew that I'm doing some DIYs. So she kept it for me. And if you're using tube, you have to wait a little bit. It's too liquidy to pour it right now. But I just made a little amount of this deodorant, so I will be pouring to my glass. Okay, my deodorant is in this little container, but it's very liquidy right now, so I will just put it to my fridge for 20 minutes. What makes this recipe so special? Shea butter moisturizes the skin, relieves itchiness, can even make your skin more elastic, but in deodorant it's moisturizing agent, so, and it's help with itchiness, especially if you are shaving your armpits, so shea butter helps with itchiness. Bicarbonate of soda has antibacterial properties and reduce odors, so it's used not only in DIYs like for cosmetics, but also for your dental health and around the kitchen. Coconut oil has antimicrobial properties, so helps fighting bacteria and fungus. And arrowroot powder is thickening agent, so it's like a because it's a starch, kind of like a starch, so it's thickening our all DIY. So that's the ingredients I'm using, and I advise you to try. Don't give up on natural, more sustainable, more eco-friendly and your body-friendly deodorants. The deodorants that they are in the shops, they contain perfumes, a lot of chemicals. I know that water is chemical, obviously, but a lot of harsh chemicals that you don't really need for your body to help your body stop sweating or reduce sweating or reduce odor. So those ingredients are completely natural, and if this recipe is not working for you, as it is working for me, because obviously everybody is different, try to add maybe more arrowroot powder, less shea butter. If you're sweating a lot, then maybe less shea butter, because obviously shea butter is a little bit greasy. So just try less shea butter, maybe more bicarb soda. But be careful, try on a small surface of your skin if you're not allergic, if you have don't have any reaction to the cosmetic you are making. Deodorant is ready. As you can see, it's completely set. It's set in the fridge. And depending on your climate you're living, you might be needing to keep your deodorant all the time in the fridge if you live in a very humid and very warm climate, because obviously all the oils will go liquid if it's too hot in your house. But if you live in just maybe colder climate, or like Scotland, where it's just like something like in the middle, we have quite mild climate, I can keep my deodorant in my room, like in the bedroom, and use it when I need it. So the technique, if you like, is you can apply this deodorant with your finger. So you just smear it, you just take a little bit and you smear it under your armpit in the morning or wherever after shower. Or the other technique, if you don't want to get your fingers greasy or then use a little wooden spatula. You can take a little bit of deodorant. This is actually reused ice cream stick. So you can take a little bit on your spatula and then use it under your armpits. So that's it. That's deodorant I'm using for 2 years now. On some days I'm sweating a little bit more, then I will reapply it or use a combo with my alum salt deodorant. So sometimes I'm using both, sometimes only this. And to be honest, I don't see myself coming back to commercial ones, because I always felt wet and greasy and dirty with the commercial ones. It's just my body, it didn't work. It never worked. And with this one, once my body got used to it, it's actually working perfectly. I don't have any complaints that I'm smelling. I'm really worried that I do smell, and I'm always asking people around if they can smell me, but they say no, it's like nothing. I smell of cleanliness. So try. That's my advice. Just try, give it a go. I hope you like this DIY. If you did, give me a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more DIYs, minimalist video, decluttering, and see you next time. Bye!